everyone. So looks like our technical issue has been resolved and we are back. So thank you very much for your patience and sorry about the trouble. So just to quickly bring everyone on board. So Richa was going through the new features of law accounting and she was talking about the work in progress screen which she's created. So Richa, let's try again. Let's share your screen and see if this is working this time.
Eh, all right, so let me. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see, but if you don't mind, let me just quickly check on live session if you're coming. Okay, I can. So this is working.
So,
Yep.
all
So
right,
it should be good now.
perfect.
Sorry. All right, go ahead. All yours.
No problem. So this is one of our biggest release. I know all of our customers are waiting for it. So the first thing that I want to have is like our work in progress, right? Like every company is just tired of tired of seeing like, okay, there is no one place where we can see all the time entries, all the expenses. I just want to see, okay, what are my WIP entries for this month. So this screen is pretty much doing everything you need. I mean, it is helping us a lot, so I'm sure that this is going to help all the companies around us. So basically, in nutshell, this screen allows you to do mass pre-billing. So anything that you have, you can just hit mass pre-bill. It will choose everything in here, but it will also let you do a new time entry, new expense entry. And it also has, the beauty of this is, which I personally like a lot, like for example, if you want to see, okay, I just want to see anything which is November. Like for example, we are working on a project, the issue is not resolved yet, we are on like a issue resolution. That's how our billing works for some of the projects. So I just don't want to bill anything which is not resolved yet, and then I can just choose like, okay, which are the tasks which are completed. You can dump in anything. From the screen right now shows you the month range, like if you want to bill from November, you want to bill from October, which project, you can filter it out based on that. You can choose which timekeeper you want to, and then these are basically the groupings. So this really helps a lot. I mean, for the billing. And then we have this expand all and collapse all, are pretty much self-explanatory. But just going back to our groupings, I can choose by, okay, I want to do by timekeeper. See, it changed to deviation richer, and then the next one I want to have the date, and then I want to search it.
So the whole
Close.
goal of this work in progress screen is that basically you can actually see what is ready to be built, what you are gonna actually start generating the pre-bills about, and uh, you know you're giving different view. So one thing actually, I was told that this search screen is customizable. So customizable in the sense that if tomorrow client want, like, hey, I want to see all my bips by any primary attorney, for example, which may be a field at the matter level in AdvoLogics, for example, and I want to search on that. So that is also doable. We can add those
Right.
fields. Uh, Currently, this project is law accounting object, but let's say we want to add, let's say, AdvoLogics matter or Litify matter or FileMine matter. So we have the ability to add those fields directly into the screen so that you can actually filter them. So yeah, that is
Right.
the perfect of this search.
Yeah, for example, for us, like we bill our support project separately. So for us, like we dump in, like, okay, give me all the support ones, all the WIP entries for that's so that's the beauty of this little search bar on the right hand side.
Perfect, awesome.
All right.
So
Do you have
from
any other
step point
questions
of view,
before? Yeah.
no, just to put the keeping the steps in sense. So as a user, you have the time entry. Every time entry expenses are going to show up here. You can enter new time entry from here directly as a billing person, or you can actually enter a new expense for any projects. And from here onward, once you selected, you're good, and you can just simply mass pre-bill them. One problem we saw with a lot of other software when we were working with like this mass pre-billing was always a challenge because of the volume. I just want to make
Right.
sure that if you can speak a little bit about like volume, like is it going to be a problem? Because screen, how many records? Like, can you have too many records? Like one of the client I work with, they have literally 100,000, time entries there every month. So
Right. Right. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty much tested with the bulk billings of that size, so that should not be a problem.
perfect. All right. So now mass pre-bill onward, it will just gonna create a standard law accounting pre-bills, and that's a
Right.
standard process where you can actually change the description or time entry and all this. All right. So that is our new work in progress scheme. All right. And what next?
Then the next is our timesheet view. Let's go to that. So this is basically, you can see, like, as a user, you can see your timesheets like weekly, and then you can, as an admin, for example, I want to see who has logged the time, who has not. So it will give me all the weekly views by the client, by the project, right? So, and then if you want to enter any time, I mean, they can just, the timekeepers can directly go in. Let's say they say, oh, on Monday I worked on this project, I can just quickly go in and I can add the time. So this screen is showing because uh, Richa already has time under that project, so that's why it is showing it, added it into the edit mode. Okay, you want to edit any, or you want to add additional time. So this, but if you don't have, so you can just edit the time from here, or you can add additional time, or you can just go back. So let's say if something does not have any time, then you can just go to the new time entry directly here, and then it lets you add directly from there. So this is
Beautiful.
our weekly view, and then we have our daily view as well, where you can just see the projects with the time.
And this can be
And
exported and integrated with anything
can
like that.
explore. Yeah, yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
And just to add, because that is my favorite baby. So I mean, clock it. I mean, when you for all our customer log on a customer clock it is free of charge, which is basically capturing your Chrome clicks, and it is capturing your local clicks, and it sends the data to the LLM, and then LLM actually look into the time scripts, sorry, timesheets, and then those entries, because they're all part of log counting, so all the data actually come directly into this screen. So as a user, if I'm just simply running that extension and capturing some clicks, still I can come back to this screen and I can see all the data coming into this format, weekly or daily format. I can actually see, and from here onward I can submit, I can modify and make it ready for billing people to take it to the billing person. So that is a timesheet. Beautiful.
Okay, and then the last one that I wanted to show is our task view, which is basically, I mean, one of my favorites too. Like, when you can see all the tasks that are assigned to, what date they are assigned on, and who have assigned to you, and then if there is what project it is related to. Right now they are not related to any project, but you can just start your timer. You Once you start working on a separate tab, you can just start your timer and keep working on that, and once you're done, you can just pause it. So it will, the moment you are going to pause it, it's going to capture the time. So yeah, yeah, so that's the beauty of this.
And just to add on that, like this task view is pretty much like all the tasks might have been created under your matter. Uh, let's say you're
Right.
using Advologics or you're using Litify or using Filevine. You might have created these tasks under those projects or matters, and they are just tasks flowing in here. So, and you can still capture your time directly here, and you can start this time, and it is going to go back into your timesheet, whip screen. So that way. So perfect. So and then of course, I guess we have few more things to discuss. Right? I mean, new things we added. I think timer. You want to talk about timers, or it's pretty much like this.
Yeah, so we have timer. It's a single timer. You can just run directly from here, or we can do like multi timers where you can start multiple. Like, if you're working on multiple tasks, you can just like that, you can just enable the multiple timers directly from here,
Perfect.
and
Awesome.
it lets save the time entry. Yeah, yeah.
Perfect. And one thing actually we are so proud in law accounting is like the whole philosophy of building this is like not application, implementation should be easy. Because we were sometime back implementer of case management system and accounting systems, and they were so hard to implement. So whatever you see on this like timer or multi-timer or timesheets or whip screen, all the screens are flexible enough to bring the fields or any new section from your any case management system. Let's say you're using AdvoLogix or you're using Litify. Great, you're using let's say Litify pre-billing process. Great, awesome. Still, the data can flow into law accounting, or you're using FileMind. You're very happy about that. You don't need to change. Or let's say you're using something in FileVine and saying like, oh, I am able to use time correctly, but I love this, that clock feature into this. Great. Let us just pull the FileVine information into this. So your implementation point of view, it's very, very easy. It's not like we need to change anything. It's all drag and drop, and we can make these available, whatever you like, part of this into your practice management system too. So we're very proud about this flexibility of log only across the board, not just new screens, across the board. That flexibility is there. So perfect. So we're pretty much like hitting the clock, so almost like 11 o'clock. So any other new feature?
No, I think that's it.
Perfect. So thank you,
Those were
everyone.
the
I'm
biggest
sorry.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, I mean, so these are the new feature we will because it's a release, our year-end release. So it is going to go out. All the existing customers are going to get the email with all the details. It will be available in Sandbox, and please let us know if you want us to enable in your production. We can test it and we can push it to your production. Uh, and having said that, so I think we are done. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have a safe travel and have a great dinner with your loved ones. So thank you. All right, so I'll stop.